Hello, I'm the Monk, and today I'm going to be reviewing Imagine Earth. Imagine Earth is a civilization strategy sim. Your job as a space colony manager is to explore and populate distant planets, build up thriving and profitable colonies on a global scale, and trade resources and goods into space. This game has been both developed and published by Serious Brothers, who actually sent me a key for this game, so thank you very much for doing so. I haven't actually heard of these developers before, so it's an interesting game. It's currently on the PC, the Xbox, and will set you back at around £20. Now, as I said, I haven't actually heard of these developers or publishers before. Serious Brothers, this is the first game of theirs I've actually played, and honestly, colour me impressed. Now, when it comes to civilization strategy type games, the very first thing that I need to ask myself is just how easy is this to play? Because sometimes they're either too simple or overcomplicated. And on the overcomplicated ones, the tutorial is absolutely shocking and you can't get any help from it. One being an example of this is Stellaris. Stellaris is a massive 4X strategy game. The tutorial does not do that game justice at all. Again, another strategy game would be Empire's Sin. Again, the tutorial mode in that game just does not cover the basics, let alone anything else. But on Imagine Earth, I was very impressed with the tutorial. It was actually really good, really clear, very easy to use and understand, and it was fully voice acted, the tutorial part of it anyway, which I really liked. It was actually kind of funny as well. Now, this game isn't completely voice acted. After a few minutes into the game and after the tutorial was kind of complete, that's pretty much it for the voice acting side. But it was enough. It was enough to kind of get my attention, get me understanding the game. And that was enough for me to actually then go on and enjoy the game for what it was. So I was happy with the voice acting that was in the game. I wish there was a little bit more because I do like voice acting throughout my games. There's a lot of text that comes up. We get a lot of visitors, a lot of people wanting to trade, or there's also other AIs on your world for you to interact with, and they come along and they do a bit of chit chat every now and again too. So it would have been nice for that to be fully voice acted, but it is what it is. So basically within this game, you go along and you colonize planets. It's pretty cool. You've got little areas that you can pop your colony ship down. You get other AI pop up, pop down with you, and you have to either ally up or compete against them too. As you get stronger and kind of, overpower the other people, maybe they'd be more inclined to ally up with you, or maybe they'll see you as a threat. As you explore these different types of worlds, you'll also find temples and goodies. You'll find volcanoes. You'll find some places that have really good area to tiles, and other places that are just probably not the best place to spot down. But as you're in complete control of all of this, it is ultimately down to you. So how easy or hard your game is really comes down to how well your decision making skills are. And I kind of like that. I like being able to mess up, and I like being able to make the game harder for myself, especially if I'm not exactly sure of what I'm doing. Now, unfortunately, there's only, in the campaign mode at least, there's only 9 colonizable planets or 9 worlds for you to go along on the campaign mode, but it wasn't really over that quickly. I did enjoy it. Some of these worlds you can kind of stay there for a very long time if you don't complete the objectives and the missions that they set you. So for the price, it being £20, there being 9 campaign mode planets, I think it's actually priced pretty good, to be fair. One of the things that I quite liked about this game was the randomness in natural disasters. Now, they could range anything from wildfires, tornadoes, hurricanes. You could also get chemical spills or oil slicks. These things added diversity to your gameplay. You never knew when they was going to happen, and they're also influenced by you and how you're populating your world. If you're going strictly for profit, then guess what? Your world's not going to be too healthy, and an unhealthy world equals more natural disasters. So you've got to play a little bit of a balancing game there too. So it's not just necessarily about how much food you've got, how much consumable goods you've got, and how much gold that you can trade to the to the traders that come down. You've also got to make sure that you're actually looking after your world, that way it can sustain the population that you're actually putting on the world as well. Now I like this, it adds a extra layer to the game, and I found it quite enjoyable, to be fair, something extra to kind of keep my eye on. I was actually surprised that there's also 50 different building types. Like if you make it to the end game, by the time you're on that last planet, there are 50 different building types, and every single one of them can be upgraded as well for better resources. So there is, quite an extensive game here. More than what it seems at the beginning, at least. So I quite like that. There's a lot to get your head around, but none of it is too overcomplicated as well. But like I said, Imagine Earth is a civilization strategy game. That is a huge area to cover. I would say that this is more of a casual game. It's definitely not a Stellaris, and it's definitely not a Civilization, but it's not overly simplified either. If you want a game that you can just sit down, play nice and easily, and actually get a good bit of gaming in, then maybe this is the game for you. I do think that as it is priced at £20, it's more than worth that money. Normally when you pay £20 for a game kind of like this, you're not getting as much game as this does actually offer. So I think it's really good for the price, honestly. And that being said, I'm going to give this game a well-earned 7 out of 10. Honestly, I'm not sure what I was expecting from this game. I was expecting something that didn't run quite as smoothly, but I never dashboarded and I didn't skip or lag out once. This game ran absolutely perfectly, just as it was meant to. And that was a pleasant surprise. Even on an almost fully upgraded world, my games still run very smoothly as well. So, the devs really do need to be commended for that. But if you enjoyed this review, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, comment your thoughts down below. Let me know if this is the game that you're going to be picking up and why, and I'll do my very best to make sure that I get back to each and every one of you. But until next time, guys, I've been a monk, and I'll catch you later. And of course, for all of you legends that have stuck along to the end of the video, thank you very much for doing so, guys. Honestly, it is the best way to support this channel, and I really appreciate it. Don't forget to comment red banana down below just to confuse all those that didn't watch to the very end. And until the next review, I'll catch you legends later.